you already know what it is. Your boy 10 Toes Down, and we on the podcast. I'm gonna put this down right now because I ain't got this hooked up to the computer, man. So we gonna go ahead and flow with the AirPod. You know what I'm talking about? But yo, man, there's a lot going on. I've been talking some shit out there. A lot of y'all been responding, man. So if you're checking out the stories, then we're gonna get some clarity. When I was talking about women walking around in front of their kids naked and how it's weird. I mean, I shouldn't have to keep going into that with that. It's weird. You know, in any religion, you know what I mean, it was given to us to cover our shame, cover our sins. Once we became, knowledgeable to the sins between men and women, you understand what I'm saying, or the medium that, contains it, you understand what I'm saying? Allah, God told us to cover our shame. You see what I'm saying? Because now we became, knowledgeable about worldly things. You see? And so I don't know how many of I heard all types of philosophies, man. The sister told me one time that she walked around nude in front of her teenage son because she wanted him to get whatever type of teenage lust he had inside of him for a woman, if possible, toward her, which was crazy to me. You see what I'm saying? Because she didn't want him to take this lustful nature or this lustful, intensity outside into the society. She would rather him become normalized with it at home. I mean, that shit is crazy, but then if you flip the dynamic, which I always do, right? Because we're supposed to be living in an egalitarian society, and so we're going to flip the dynamic and say, how would that look if a father was walking around naked in front of his teenage daughters? You understand? Saying playing Monopoly with his teenage daughter, butt-ass naked, legs open and all that. That would be highly inappropriate. I can't even imagine the names that would come, flying at that dude for doing something perverted like that. You see, and so if in this dynamic between a mother and a father both being the progenitors to create the child, then as the saying goes, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If it's no harm and no foul when the mom is doing it, then it shouldn't be no harm and no foul when the father's doing it, but it is. And it will always be because of our society, the way we view each other in relation to gender and also in relation to sex. You understand what I'm saying? And sexuality. You see, because, we living in a time today, even in a time, that has since gone by, when we had these types of practices between mothers and sons and daughters.